Hey everybody, it's Amber if you're new here, and if not, welcome back. We are finally here, and I'm kind of scared, I'm not gonna lie to you. You guys have all got to see it first, because I'm always at work when these come out. Waiting 2 weeks sucks, dude. Every single time, I get bummed out. But this one's called Caskets. Ren has posted a lot about, sort of teasing what this is gonna be about, and sort of what it might mean to you. I have seen Chris post as well, and I'm a little worried more because you guys have been coming to my comment section on my post and on other videos warning me that this is gonna be a rough one. Let's do it.
If I don't wake tomorrow morning, empty shoes on the side of the hall, and if my number stops calling, picture frames hanging up by the door. You try to reach right in and hold on to the little things, but they slip away. But it's okay, 'cause I had a hell of a time. Know that I had the time of my life. So remember me and smile.
Okay, so I'm already sad. So this is him sitting in his house. I'm going to assume that his wife has passed away and he's just looking back at his life. He's... man, I don't even want to say it because it's going to... I'm going to tear up just saying it. So he's looking back at a life lived, essentially. Pictures of when they were young, flashing to when they got married. I can only imagine we're going to see something like when they met or whatever it may be, a date they went on, just them in their happy element. But starting it with him alone in his living room, again, presumably she's passed and he's just enjoying the rest, for lack of better words. God, I hate even saying it like that, but look at how happy they look. There was a split second there, I'm not gonna lie, there was a split second there where I thought that was Romaine before they zoomed in further, and I was like, okay, cool casting.
'Cause I had a hell of a time. Know that I had the time of my life. So remember me and smile. All of the souls heading back home down a...
I wonder actually if there's... So Easter on the left and right. I'm trying to go back from my knowledge from when I was younger. Just from the church and whatnot. Okay, so 207 is the Ascension. I'm looking up what the hymns, so if you're wondering, over here 207 and 210, I'm looking up what the hymns might be. So the Ascension, and then also 210 is... I see conflicting info, but most of it seems to be Praise the Lord the Almighty. I was just trying to figure out if they're just relevant to Easter from when they filmed it, or if it was intentionally altered for the song. That's the kind of stuff that I like to look for.
My life. So remember me and smile. All of the souls heading back home down a one-way road. So it goes until the caskets close. And if you get that sinking feeling, thinking about the time we shared, I hope it helps you with your healing. Knowing that I wasn't scared, I savored everything. I pressed the world up against my skin. I was lucky, I guess. I always found the beauty in the mess. You gotta hold on to the little things, but you gotta let go just a little bit when another one goes.
Something that I really like, and this is just coming from like the filmmaker mindset in me, is that it's easy to like say like, you know, you visit your grandmother's house or something, or your whatever, you know what I mean? And you go, you picture in your head like, oh, this paneling is so 70s, or this carpeting, or look at the bathroom, the way they did this is so 80, you know what I mean, and kind of timelining it like that. And it's one thing to just say it, especially if you're younger, you know, if you're 20, 15, 25, you know, so if your age in comparison to the home you're in is very different, but it's another thing to, like, presumably they selected the place to film this, and they just used a house that is genuinely from the era they're shooting for, filmed it in it, color graded it properly, put them in the right outfits, and it actually believably looks like we're in that time right now. It genuinely, they're selling it so well. And it's like, it's one thing to say, oh, this house is from this time. It's another thing to see, oh no, actually, if you put me in clothes from that time and sit me in that kitchen, I actually buy that I'm in that time. Like, and that's all they had to do was just film it in a building that is old enough to sell it, you know? I just think that's cool. I think that no set, no nothing. They just went to a place where it's true.
Press the world up against my skin. I was lucky, I guess. I always found the beauty in the mess. You gotta hold on to the little things, but you gotta let go just a little bit. When another one goes, one will find their wings, then they'll find their way home, little take and give. Into the unknown and the changing tides, the sun sets low on an into the unknown and the changing tides, the sun sets low on an endless sky. So much we don't know, I don't know why, but I'll be fine, 'cause I had a hell of a time.
And it's like, you even see it in your younger years when you have kids and you watch. It's one thing to say like, oh, me and my wife have been together 5 years, but to have your child be born and then see them at 5 and go, oh, they are a reflection of 5 years of life. You know what I mean? To look at them and flashback to them in the delivery room, for example, and then look at them now. It's no, they literally are the physical embodiment. They represent 5 years of actual time. It hits differently in that way. I also wanted to say, so they're doing a good job selling it, by the way. If you're wondering why I jumped back before, it's because I'm looking around. So a couple things that I noticed, I don't know if anybody else is pausing and really taking in the video. The carpet is very from the time period. I've seen it of movies. I've seen it of mob movies specifically. But also they have Rock'em Sock'em Robots right there, which I actually grew up with because I'm older than you think. They have the lava lamp in the back. They also have in the bottom left, they have a very old version of Battleship, which is a board game I very much love. It's just, I don't, oh, this thing, not the Etch-a-Sketch. I know what an Etch-a-Sketch is, but this thing right here, I always forget what it's called, but you put the slides in it, pull it, spin it, and it, oh God, that was one toy that as a kid, I never retained what it was called, but I had one and I messed with it all the time. Record player over here. They did a very good job set building, unless again you could say, oh no, they just found a house that was fully furnished, but the background keeps changing though, you know what I mean? So to a degree of some kind, they are intentionally placing what they're placing and where they're placing it, so I give them a lot of respect for doing that. This is hitting me, I won't lie. I'm doing a good job at masking it. Oh, this thing too, you push it and it pops. God, I gotta grow up. When he said one line about when another one finds their wings and moves on and it's time, you just gotta keep going. I moved about 400 or 500 miles away a few years ago to spend time with other members of family that are further away that I don't get to see. I spent a lot of time with my grandmother and my grandmother. on that side of the family who have always lived far away. And while I was down there visiting that grandmother and grandfather, which, by the way, I don't want to be numb to the fact I'm very fortunate that I had even one grandparent in my life, let alone that I had both the grandmother and father on both sides alive in my life. I'm not numb to that. Not everybody has that. I want to be very clear about that. But I was coming home from work one night while I lived down there. And while I was down there living closer to the grandmother and grandfather on that side, I got the call that my grandmother on the other side was being moved into hospice. So I flew up because I wasn't going to not see her. And I still remember going to the hospital and just getting to talk to her one more time. The conversations we had, I'll keep forever. And it sucked leaving that room knowing that I wasn't going to see her again. And I remember getting home and some time went by, like 6 months went by, and it finally I was able to be normal again. It still felt surreal, but I was able to continue and not struggle as hard as I was. And then like 6 to 8 months later, on Halloween, I get another call. I'm now again 400 miles away, close to my grandmother and grandfather on that side. And back home where I had lost my grandmother, now my grandfather had passed in less than a year than my grandmother. Flew right back up, experienced the same sad thing again. Sorry. I haven't talked about it in a while, so.
To find my way home, little take and give, into the unknown and the changing tides. The sun sets low on an endless sky. So much we don't know, I don't know why, but I'll be fine, 'cause I had a hell of a time. Know that I had the time of my life. So remember me and smile. All of the souls heading back home toast as the curtains close and the sunset fades to black. So the story goes, we all walk with ghosts, no one-way tickets back. The casualties of our memories that slip right through the cracks. All the inside jokes and the times we spoke will stay frozen in the past. You gotta hold on to the little things, but you gotta let go just a little bit. I guess we'll never know what tomorrow brings, but just know you're not alone in the thick of it. I know it feels cold when the caskets close, stories untold on a headstone. For those who grow old, it'll fly by in the blink of an eye. So we'll have a hell of a time. Know that we'll have the time of our lives. So remember us and smile. All of the souls heading back home down a one-way road. So it goes until the caskets close. We'll have a hell of a time. Know that we'll have the time of our lives. So remember us and smile. All of the souls heading back home down a one-way road. So it goes until the caskets close.
Okay. Boy, I was not ready for that. Wow. I think one of the biggest compliments you can give to any artist is this. They sat down, not a single note existed yet. And by the time they were done putting pen to pad and record everything, put it together, and put it out, it went from not a single note exists yet to they made a song that can do this. That was incredible. I'm not even gonna say go to my page. Go to, if you haven't, go to their page, make sure you like it, tell them how incredible it was. I have trouble pulling words out right now. But make sure they know how incredible this was and what it meant to you, because I know how much this is about to mean to me. Thank you guys so much. Bye.